Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is Flaky, and welcome back to another video where today I'm actually going to be doing my entire gaming collection. The whole thing. Yeah. I'm gonna pull it out game by game, starting with what system should I show? No, I'll go from bottom to the top. Number 1, Barnyard for the PlayStation 2. I have no recollection of how I got this game, where I got this game, when I got this game. All I know is that I have this game, and I kind of remember the gameplay, and I think it was, at the very least, decent. But I need to keep track of all of this, because I have these games ordered in alphabetical order, so that's kind of a pain in the ass to keep a track of. Keeping with the PlayStation 2 section, Boogie. All I know is that this is like a dance game, and that the main character, that big guy, he looks like if Patrick Star got bigger, put on a white outfit, and he cut up his head. Like, look at that. You cannot tell me that he doesn't look like that. But yeah, I don't remember much about this game, or anything about this game besides the front cover. Burnout 3 Takedown. Oh, dropped it. Yeah, Burnout 3. All I know is that it's a racing game, and it has a lot of destruction. I don't remember anything about this game, which is a lot of the PS2 catalog, so we might be here for a while. Up next, Cars Mater Nation. I actually remember a little bit of this game, and I know it's actually decent for a licensed game. So, on to the next one. One of my favorite titles for the PlayStation 2, Destroy All Humans. This actually was one of my favorite games as a kid. I played it a bit with my dad. And, fun fact, the aliens in this game, or maybe, I don't remember if it's just the main alien or if it's all of the aliens, but they're actually voiced by Zim from Invader Zim, which I find is completely fun. So funny, because this is a rated T game, and Invader Zim was, well, trying to be a kid show, but at the same time also not trying to be a kid show. You'd have to watch Invader Zim in order to know what I mean by that. Up next, again, one of the greatest games to have ever come out for the PS2, Grand Theft Auto 3. I love this game. This was a more recent game that I got. But, yeah, it's super fun. Not as much as GTA 4, GTA 5. I mean, obviously. But, there's a lot more chaos. The story's really good. I haven't beaten it yet, but I want to beat it. But I don't have my PS2 right now, so I need to move these games so I don't knock them over every time I try to take out another game. Up next, the sequel, Grand Theft Auto Vice City. I got this at a, I got the Vice City one at Disc Rewind, and they only had the double pack cover. So, yeah. I played this a lot as a kid. I used to have, like, the original cover, but, oh well. I have the double pack cover now. I played it a lot as a kid. It's super fun to just mess around with cheat codes, and, I much prefer Vice City over, GTA 3. And while we're on the subject of Grand Theft Auto, I used to have, emphasis here, used to have, the GTA Stories double pack. That's GTA Liberty City Stories and GTA Vice City Stories, which were my first 2 video games ever. Like, when I was, like, 2 or 3 years old, maybe even 4, I don't remember. Those were the games I started off with. Granted, I didn't know squat about how to play a video game, but once I eventually picked up on how to play, how to drive cars, how to work the guns, how to play missions, I had fun with it. It was super fun. I thought Vice City and Vice City Stories was, like, honestly, for the PlayStation 2, it was very beautiful to look at. Like, it was a gorgeous looking city. But, yeah, if I still had those, but here's the story. Right, I was back in my very first house. You guys have probably seen it if you stuck by me by my first channel. But in my childhood home, that's where I had those games in my old house. And one day, when I was super young, I got them taken away for whatever reason. I don't remember. I was too young to even remember what certain words meant. But yeah, I got them taken away. And my mom, apparently she had hid them so well that after a time, she just forgot where she put them. And we've sold that house at this point. So whoever now rents that house, yeah, if whoever rents that house now, if you guys are watching this video, you probably still have that. That's probably still in the house somewhere. And if it's not, it's probably in the storage unit where all of my old stuff is. And if it's not in there, then you guys have the game. And I would very much like that back, actually. I want to play that. On to the next one. Hot Shots Golf 3. I don't remember too much about this one. All that I know is that it's a golf game. It's not bad, not good. I preferred Out of Bounds. I believe Out of Bounds is the sequel to 3. I don't know much about it. Here's a game I got pre-owned. Ice Age 2. I literally don't remember anything about this game, so we're going off to the next one. Now, you're going to be confused about this one, because it was originally a used copy of Spongebob, Squarepants, and Nicktoons Globs of Doom in the Nicktoons series. But, I just realized I never looked on the back of this thing, but it says new 2009. But yeah, this originally held my original copy of Globs of Doom. But I broke the disc that went in this case. So we had to get a new copy of Globs of Doom, which you'll see later. But for some reason, we got Jimmy Neutron Attack of the Twonkies. It didn't have a case, or we lost the case, or it had one of those disc sliding covers that you've probably seen before. Oh, and the disc is not in here. Oh, it was probably in my PS2. I need to get that back. But yeah, anyways. Oh yeah, we need to talk about the game. I thought it was fun. It's actually a pretty good game. It's pretty easy up until you have to round up a bunch of sheep for a certain level. That section sucks. But anyways, on to one of the two games I think I played the least out of my entire PS2 catalog. Madden NFL 11. I don't think I've ever played this game. I'm going to just be straight up and honest with you. I normally never play sports games. I am not a sports game fan. I don't play them. I don't know why I have this one. This was actually probably my dad's. But yeah, there's Madden Sports 11. And here's my other one that I probably have never played in my entire life. Ncaa Football 11. I think I know less about this one than I do Madden 11. I really don't know what to say about this one. I know nothing about NCAA. I know nothing about football. I know nothing about sports games in general. Like I said, that's not my thing. But what is my thing is cartoons, which leads up into the next one, Nicktoons Unite! The very first game in the Nicktoons series of, or at least the Nicktoons story games. There are a bunch of Nicktoon party games that I know absolutely nothing about. But I should probably turn on that light. There we go, and I can probably see these a smidge bit better. Sorry that I'm a dumbass and didn't do that earlier. But yeah, I haven't played Nicktoons Unite as much as I have Globs of Doom, but I do remember this one being decent. But in my humble opinion, which I know none of you care about, Globs of Doom is the superior game. I love this game. It's one of my favorites, personal favorites, purely because of nostalgia. But you can play as Spongebob, Danny Phantom, all the villains from each universe, all the heroes. Jimmy Neutron, Timmy Turner is in this one, which in hindsight that's probably a good thing because of the controversies that the creator of Fairly Oddparents, Butch Hartman's in now. But you do get to play as Invader Zim and Dib. And in case you can't tell, I like Invader Zim. Probably not the biggest fan of Invader Zim, but I like it enough to be excited that he's in the game. Also, Gur's in the game, and that's amazing. Because Gur is like my second favorite character in that entire show. If it wasn't for Gaz, Gur would be my favorite. I love this show. Here's open season. I know I've played it before. Oh crap. I know I played it before. I don't remember this game. I remember playing this game. I swear that I do. I just don't remember what the hell happens in it, or who these characters are, or anything else like that. Speaking of that same thing, SeaWorld. I don't know if this is a licensed game. I don't know if this is just a game series. I don't know what this is. I don't think I've ever played it. I don't think I've touched this game in any way, shape, or form. Okay, here's the disc. Let's see how good this manual is, actually. I like looking at game manuals, because they're so, like, colorful. I stand corrected. What the hell is this? Not even the screenshots are in color. The front looks so promising. GTA, though. GTA never disappoints with their manuals. Or at least they used to not disappoint with their manuals. They had such good manuals back in the PS2 days. They got a little lazy with GTA 4 and the episodes of Liberty City. But all the other ones, from like GTA 3 to Vice City Stories, those were so good. And they all included a poster, which some of them I actually have up on my wall, which I'll show you. I have the GTA 3 and GTA London poster. I want to get the rest and just hang them all up on this wall, as many as I can fit, and maybe put some on the other one. Oh, I also have the GTA 5 map right there. So, yeah, as you can tell, I'm a big fan of GTA. Kind of what happens when it's one of your first games ever. But, yeah. On to the next one, which I'm also a big fan of this series. Have been for almost my entire life. Sonic Heroes. Boy, did I love playing this game as a kid. Oh my god. If I wasn't playing Creature from the Krusty Krab or Battle for Bikini Bottom, it was either Sonic Unleashed or Sonic Heroes. This is just hands down one of my favorite Sonic games of all time. It's 4 teams, 12 different playable characters. Plus, Ryan Drummond as Sonic is great. Next up, one of the ones I haven't played much of, because I don't know how to play this game. I've tried my darndest to try to play this game. It just doesn't want to work for me. Sonic Riders Zero Gravity. I'm sure this is a good game. Sonic has some really good racing games. But I'm sorry, man. I can't get this game to work for me. Like, the disc works, it loads, it plays, I can play it. I just don't know how to. Like, the mechanics are just so confusing and frustrating to me. I don't know how to work. But one game I do know how to work. God, I'm so good at segues. Sonic Unleashed. I wish I had this on the PS3, because I know it's the superior version. But I didn't care about this stuff as a kid. Sonic Unleashed was so good. I love the Werehog, despite what everyone else thinks. I like the daytime stages. I love the Werehog. The bosses are fun. The stages are fun. Jason Griffith is a great Sonic. No offense to Ryan Drummond. I love him too. Or Roger Craig Smith. They're all great Sonics. But we can all agree. Here. Jaleel White is the greatest Sonic ever. Up next, we have one of my favorite movie characters of all time. I think this takes place in the Tobey Maguire verse of video games, Spider-Man Friend or Foe. This game basically has you playing as Spider-Man, rescuing controlled versions, like mind-controlled versions of Spider-Man's villains. So, like, of course you got... Oh, yeah, this has to take place in the Maguire world of games, because that's straight up Willem Dafoe's Green Goblin. And, yeah, of course you got Doc Ock and Venom. But, yeah, you can actually get to play as these characters, which is so fun. I got to Venom stage, and I forgot to plug in my memory card, so it tried to make me do the whole game over again, and I was like, no, to hell with that noise. I just never picked the game up again. But if I ever get my PS2 back, sometime, well, it's not my PS2, but if I ever have a chance to play the PS2 again, I want to try beating this game again, because now I actually do have a memory card. So hopefully I'll get the chance to play it again. Now here comes my favorite game series on the PS2 as a kid. Starting with possibly my least favorite of the games. Still decent. I don't think it's as bad as everyone says it is, but not my favorite. SpongeBob... I can't speak. SpongeBob SquarePants, Revenge of the Flying Dutchman. This game basically has you... It's a collectathon, basically. You have to go from objective to objective, doing these just weird tasks, like delivering Krabby Patties to people, like Krabby Patty delivery service, which I'm surprised that they haven't done that in the show yet, because that sounds like something Mr. Krabs would do, is a Krusty Krab delivery service, just for more extra money. But yeah, but the map design of that game, the design of the game, like the map layout and where everything is, was a major inspiration on the clearly superior and one of my favorite SpongeBob games of all time, Battle for Bikini Bottom. This game, oh my god. I know it's a licensed game. I know it's like a early 2000s platformer. I don't care. I'm not gonna lie, this is my favorite game ever. This is the best game I think I've ever played. It's a collectathon platformer, collecting golden spatulas to try to stop Plankton, who has created a robot army. The story's great, the writing's great, the gameplay is just fun. You go get it. If you don't have a PS2, then get Rehydrated, because it's basically the same thing, but with better graphics and a multiplayer mode that sucks. They were originally going to have it in this one, but they cut it out, which they should have just kept the multiplayer mode out. If they wanted to do multiplayer in Battle for Bikini Bottom, they could have just done co-op of the main story. That would have been 10 times better as that crappy boss rush. And here's basically the sequel to Battle for Bikini Bottom, the SpongeBob SquarePants movie game, which actually came out before the movie did, like by a day, which I think is pretty funny. But yeah, this is just basically a in terms of gameplay and like all of that, it's basically a sequel to Battle for Bikini Bottom. If this game, like, if there was no SpongeBob SquarePants movie and they just called this game something different, I would have believed this would be a sequel to Battle for Bikini Bottom. It's more linear than Battle for Bikini Bottom, but it's still super fun. Come on. Here's the one I haven't played as much because it's a party game and not like an actual. It's okay. I don't like this much as other people do. Lights, Camera, Pants. It's basically like SpongeBob's equivalent to Mario Party or Sonic Shuffle or just any kind of party game like that. Actually, I think a more accurate comparison would be to the WarioWare series. It's like a bunch of mini games that you play like as a challenge. It's okay. I just didn't find it all that fun. I mean, it's fun, but it's like, I don't like it that much. And here comes my second favorite SpongeBob SquarePants game, Creature from the Krusty Krab. This game actually has a pretty good story, great soundtrack actually, and it has a bunch of different play styles. Like there's like a 2D platformer, 3D platformer. You can fly in a plane, kart racing. It's a lot of fun. Fun fact about that one, I couldn't beat the last racing level by myself. Which, spoiler alert, there's a final race section at the very last stage. There's a last race section between you, Patrick, and Plankton. In which is like a competition to see whose dream it is. Which makes more sense if you know the story of the game, but I'm not going to explain all that here. Go look up a review of the game if you want to know all about any of these games. But yeah, I couldn't beat that level on my own. The timer was so strict to me back then. So I had to look up an infinite timer cheat just so I could beat the level. And yeah. And then guess what? When Dad got mad, I don't remember what I was doing, or what I did. He got so mad, he unplugged the game. He unplugged the PS2 when I'd done that. I was pissed. Pissed does not describe how mad I was. Here's the game I don't remember that much, but I remember it being a fun game. Tak and the Guardians of Gross. I can't tell you much about Tak, but all that I know is that he's the only Nicktoons character that started off as a video game character that didn't get his own show until way later after all of his video games. But this, just based off of this and the back and all of this, honestly, this looks like a fun game. I wish I could remember this. I remember the boss fight with that cheese monster a little bit, but other than that, I don't remember much about this game, which is unfortunate because it looks fun and I want to play it. Up next comes the game that I haven't played that much. Fairly Oddparents, Showdown. I literally can't tell you anything about this game other than it's a very Oddparents game. I had trouble trying to play this one. This is The Sims for the PlayStation 2. This ain't your Sims. I mean, this is barely The Sims. I couldn't figure out how to get past, like, the opening section. Which I know sounds stupid. It's like, Flaky, this is a Sims game. It should be, like, no opening section. But no, you have to start off living with your mom or something. I don't know why that's in the game. Why can't I just make a house and make a family like I want to right at the start? This sucks. I really don't like The Sims for PlayStation 2. But The Sims 3. I played Sims 3 a little bit back when it had like its anniversary sale, and you could play like a demo of the game for free. I really liked it. I made my own family. It was so fun. I wish I had some. Actually, no, it was Sims 4, not 3. It was Sims 4. But here's the one my dad played all the time. It's poker. It's just poker. World Championship poker. I don't know anything about poker. I don't want to know anything about poker. I really don't care for poker. It's just poker, man. I don't know what else. I don't know what else to say. It's just poker. But anyways, that was the PS2 section. Next episode, we'll be going on to the PS3, my middle row. I would do this all in one video, but I'm afraid of it taking way too long to upload or not having enough storage on my phone. But anyways, that's all for this time. My name's Flaky. See you guys next time. Peace out and goodbye.